Hello, this is for a 2006 Chevy Impala LTZ. I was going down the freeway at about 70 miles an hour and I had service traction control and engine power is reduced, and the check engine symbol came on and the traction control off symbol came on. I'm trying to reproduce it by drawing it there because that stuff went away. So what ended up happening is I'm driving down the freeway and that little symbol came on. Then the traction control, service traction control and engine power is reduced came on, and the check engine light came on. The car did not stall or slow down. I didn't have any drivability issues. And of course I panicked a little bit and pulled over, tried to figure out what might be going on. And I found all kinds of information on the internet. And the stuff I found on the internet was primarily wheel bearings are bad. Tire pressure sensors could be bad. The ABS module could be bad, or the ABS module could have dirty connections. Also, the ABS or other wiring harnesses in there have connections that are dirty or broken. And a lot of people described intermittent symptoms. So this message comes on and this happens and then it goes off and they're fine for 1,000 miles or 2,000 miles, or it comes on, you know, intermittently, but doesn't seem to be a problem because of broken wires. So the ABS wiring harness and the wires subjected to a lot of heat, and those wires can break. As an aside, that can happen too when your power windows don't work, because you go to use your power window, and because you open and shut your door all the time and water gets in there, sometimes you get water in here and you get a broken wire, and then one of your windows doesn't work. A lot of times it's just inside that harness and you just need to fix one of those wires. Power windows might work fine. The repair was extremely simple and resulted in excellent performance afterwards. And so I wanted to show how easy it was to fix this, maybe help some people out. What I had before, leading up to this, was a little bit of a jerky or jumpy or surging acceleration when I went from 0 to 5 miles per hour when I was coming off a stop. And I just hit the gas. Even if I put the gas on slow, I would get this surging or hesitation. And I had an appointment scheduled to go in to get a transmission check. So when I ended up replacing the part, this is the part. Okay, so you have Accelerator Pedal Position Sensor. So the sensor in here has maybe a bad connection or whatever. It definitely worked. This is not the original. I don't use the OEM here because part of the issue is if you're going to use the OEM, well, then maybe you're going to have the same problem. For the 2006, it was a Dorman 699104, and that's a 3.9 liter. Cost me about $120, but $130 with taxes. The videos that really helped me out here was A1 Auto Top 5 Problems with Chevy Impala Sedan. And another video was the Impala engine power reduced, ABS traction control issues. And then another video that I thought was very helpful, and the guy's pretty funny too, he told a couple of good jokes. Reduced engine power, here's the fix. And he goes into the throttle position sensor, which I'll show in a minute. But right now I just want to show exactly what this part was. The plastic on the back of this is just a stop. So you got your pedal, and then this is the electronics in here. You need a 10mm socket, or maybe even a crescent wrench or a pair of pliers. It's not hard to fix at all. You'll need some kind of a screwdriver flathead to get the connector off, because the connector is right here, and you've got to pull the plastic away. So you have the male connector coming down into this female receptacle, and it connects and holds in place right there, and you pop it off. Try and show you a little bit of a picture of it in there. There's the 2 bolts, really simple to get out. You pull that out, and as soon as you get it out, you can see right there's the connector, and that's where the connector has to be released from. And that's easy because the wire harness drops down. Some people talked about the throttle position sensor, so I want to show that real quick. You got to take off your little oil fill, you know, get in there. But you have the throttle body here, and on the back of the throttle body, this part right here, that's the throttle position sensor. And you can see those metal clips, the big metal clips on there. I think there's about 6 of them, and you might want to watch that video because those clips, if you release them, they go flying. They could hit you in the face or the eye. And you have to line up some of the gears inside there in order to get the throttle position in there correct, because you have a sort of a butterfly valve inside there, and then it has a flat space, and then that flat space connects inside there. But it's really easy to get these off. You have one gasket on there. You can clean them, disconnect your battery if you're working with these kinds of electronics, and that's another possibility. The throttle position sensor is about 50-60 bucks, but it's a different code, I believe, but you may get the same reading on the dashboard. The other thing you can do, that's why you might need a pair of pliers or crescent wrench or anything, but in order to clear the code, if you don't have the code reader handy, one way to clear your code is you can take off your negative and positive battery cables, and you push them up here, and then you just sort of hold them together for a second up here while they're not connected to anything, and it will drain out some of the electricity in the system. It'll clear the code and reset it. By the way, that's a great way to clear a check engine light or do a hard reset, but you can't go in for a smog until you've stopped and started the car probably 20 more times, because if all those codes are cleared, they won't do a smog for you. Anyway, that's pretty much the whole thing, and the review on this is what happened when I fixed it. Well, when I went to fix it, the car ran fantastic. The acceleration was extremely smooth, no hesitation, no jumpiness, no jerkiness, and I noticed all the way through all the gears that the car performed much smoother. So good luck.